Hello students, in this video I'm going to discuss a very interesting program, and that is based upon the conditional statements in Java concept. Alright, so here is the program. Write a program to input three angles of a triangle and check whether a triangle is possible or not. So with this statement we have the clear idea that we have to enter three angles. So definitely to store the values of the three angles we need three variables also. Alright, and we have to check whether a triangle is possible or not. So that will be definitely be the output. If possible, then check whether it is an acute angle triangle, right angle triangle, or an obtuse angle triangle. Otherwise, display triangle not possible. So any of these statements is going to be the output. For example, sample input is enter three angles 40, 50 and 90. Sample output is right angle triangle. So students, whenever we need to perform input through the keyboard, we need a class scanner, and a scanner is available inside the package util. So to bring or to include this package or make this package available to our program, we write the very first statement in our program, that is the import java.util.scanner semicolon. And remember students, scanner is a class and its first alphabet S is capital. So students make mistakes while writing a scanner, so always take care of this thing. Alright. Now class is always required when we write a Java program, because the Java program is nothing but a class definition. So we have public class and class name is triangle angle. If you don't write public, that is also fine. You may write just class triangle angle, not a problem. Alright. Name you can choose whichever you want, is just an identifier for the class. Students, as you know that logic is always written inside a function, or you may say that logic of any program is implemented through a function, and that function is kept inside the class. So here you can see the function which I have taken is the main function, and always follow students the proper format of the main function, never try to change that. So public static void main is string args is square bracket. Alright, that is the argument. So I hope it's clear to you. Now we need to create an object of a scanner class. So we write scanner sc equal to new scanner system.in. Everybody knows about it, how to create the object of a scanner. Students, many people make a mistake. They write in. They think it's an input, so they generally give the name in to the object of the scanner. But it's wrong, because you can see that we always write system.in. In is already an object. So never try to write in one more time, or give a name to the object of a scanner in. So scanner sc I have taken. Sc is sensible. I have picked up sc from a scanner and I have kept it here. Alright. Now students, after that we show a message here, system.out.print enter first angle. Then int a1, that is the variable, equal to sc.next int. So sc.next int is the statement for the input, or you may call it, it's an input statement. Alright, so next int function has been called using the sc object. Sc is what? Object of the scanner class. So that is the first input. Then second message, enter second angle. Then int a2, another variable of int type that is named as a2, and input statement for that is sc.next int. And remember students, int I is capital. Alright, this is capital I. Okay, don't never make a mistake. Next int. Then the third statement or third output, enter third angle, that is going to the display on the screen, enter third angle. And here another input statement for the angle 3, which is int A3, equal to SC dot next int. Again, I am telling you that int is I is capital. There is no space, and here there is a dot between SC and next int. So 3 inputs for the 3 angles A1, A2 and A3. I hope input of this program is clear to you all. Very good. After that, students, we have another variable, angle sum, and it contains the sum of A1, A2 and A3. Sum of all the 3 angles, because we have to check whether the sum is 180 or not. Alright, so we have performed the sum of A1, A2 and A3 of all the angles sum. Where it is in the angle sum variable. So here we write in the condition, because I have to check. Program itself says that whether a triangle is possible or not. So that means it is a condition based program. So conditions are always written using the if construct. Alright, you can use switch case also, but ranges are not possible with that. So that way if is quite flexible, so we may use that here. Angle sum double equal to 180. So angle sum is equal to 180. That is the first thing. And A1 is greater than 0 and A2 is greater than 0 and A3 is greater than 0. So that is the first thing to decide whether it is a triangle or not. Now we are going for the specific types. So we put if inside another if. So that is the nested if concept implemented. So curly brace for this if is open here. Students, I want to tell you one more thing again, that there are different areas in the Java program. We start a class, there is the outermost area or the layer. So we start with the opening curly brace, so one curly brace here. Then we start the function definition. There is another area which that area is inside this class. So curly brace is there, opening curly brace. After that, third one is again a condition with if, and we open the curly brace here, right? And inside that there will be a condition with the if A1 less than 90 and A2 less than 90 and A3 less than 90. There is the condition for acute angle triangle. All the angles are less than 90. Alright? I hope it's clear to you all. Okay. So I have checked for that. Now we have to check for right angle triangle. So if any one angle out of the 3 angles of a triangle is of 90 degree, then the triangle will be right angle triangle. So we write the second condition, and this condition is associated with this if else if, or with this if. So we write next condition with else if. So this is if else if ladder for the nested one or the nested if. Okay, so we write here A1 equal to 90 or A2 equal to 90 or A3 equal to 90. So any one angle is equal to 90 in a triangle, so that will be right angle. That's why I have purposely taken OR operator. The moment you use AND operator here, the logic will be wrong and the program will be wrong. So here we use the OR operator. OR operator works when any one of the condition is true. So that is evaluated to true. This entire expression will be evaluated to true, or relational expression will be evaluated to true. Conditions are relational expressions, and here is the compound condition is there. It consists of more than one relational expression. First is this one, second is this one, and third is this one. There also it's a combination of different relational expressions. Here I use AND operator because all these are required to be true. Then it's going to be the acute angle triangle when all the angles are less than 90. So when I have said all, that means AND operator. When I have said any of these, that means OR operator will be used. Alright. So here you can see the use of relational operators as well as the logical operators. Logical AND here, and which relational operator? Less than. Here you can see double equal to or equal to sign is there. That is the relational operator. And this OR is what? Logical operator. Now the third one is right angle triangle. Alright. So first is this condition. Then we have got the nested if. Right. So here this is the first condition of the nested if. That is the second condition of the nested if. One for acute angle triangle, the other for right angle triangle. And triangle we have already checked. Once it is verified that it is a triangle, then we have checked the acute angle and the right angle triangle. I hope it's clear to you all. And then if neither it is acute angle nor right angle triangle, else obtuse angle triangle. This else belong to the nested if. Alright. And finally, I will close this else and then I close the nested if. Please take care of this. Nested if started with this and it is over here. After that we write the else. This else belong to the outer if. Where it is? This one. Alright. So what is there? If these conditions are not true, then straight away control will be transferred to the else part of the outer if, and that is going to execute this statement. And what is this? It's a print statement which will print triangle not possible. After that, outer ifs, else is closed, and then function is closed, and then class is closed. I hope you all have the clear idea of how to go about this program. Thanks everyone.